you had a dream of Division I basketball playing in college. If I'm not wrong, you got yourself a scholarship, but it didn't quite go as planned.
Yeah, I got hurt, lost it. I got hurt twice in my career, actually. That kind of just put a hole in the balloon. Just going back to that time, I haven't really mentally been back there in a while. Just going back to that time it's just so crazy. 2009, I was in Florida. I was having a great camp because I wasn't recruited at a high level in my high school career. So I had to go to camp to get re-recruited, and went to the camp, did great, got a few other offers. And I finally got attention from the school I wanted, University of Central Florida. And then went to practice and got hurt again. And they was like, you know what? Sorry, but we don't have the budget to keep you here. So we're going to have to send you home. Like, fuck. So that's kind of how the basketball story went. And then, attempting to go to junior college and do all that kind of stuff. But then that's kind of how I got segued into modeling. So
yeah, well, I mean, not many of us can say there's plenty of people who've been injured trying to get into college ball, right?
Yeah.
Not many of them can say I was trying to scratch around doing JUCO, and then all of a sudden I fell into modeling, and that's literally what happened for you, right?
Somehow I did a photo shoot. I don't know how. I ended up on camera.
How did that happen? Like, I'm curious. You're a better looking man than me, objectively, and
lies.
Thankfully, hopefully most people are just going to be watching the audio of this, so they can believe you if you say that. But I was injured when I was about that age. It didn't end up in me being a model. So how does that happen for you?
Well, when I was in junior college, I was going to a junior college in my hometown. And then what really happened was during my time in being in practice, a photographer by the name of Tyron Red, shout out to Tyron, had DM'd me and said, hey man, you have a good look. I think you should get into fashion. And I was like, oh, nah, I'm good. And then he was like, no, I really think you should actually try this. So I gave it like 2 weeks to kind of think about it. I'm like, okay, maybe I should do a photo shoot. Maybe I shouldn't. Talk to my girlfriend at the time about it. And she said, it could be another segue because right now you're trying to play basketball. You're trying to do this. You're really trying to recover. It might be a good way to, just try something
distraction
different.
Even.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay. So I did the photo shoot with Tyron, and I got the pictures back, and they blew my mind. I was like, dang, is that what I look like? Like, sheesh. I was like, this edited photo. So the pictures were really, really lovely pictures. So I was like, well, cool. I decided to share them on Facebook just as a joke because I was not, mind you, people knew me from being this elite basketball player. I was dunking on 6'10" people. I was over here I was a ball player. So for me to come up out of nowhere in some orange shorts on a beach smiling is not necessarily the trajectory where I was like, wait, hold on. That's not something I was expecting.
I gotta get my producers. I gotta get the people behind the scenes to track that photo down. We're gonna slice.
I'll send it to you personally.
Perfect.
I'll send it to you personally. So the photo drops. I posted on my Facebook, and then, bro, when I tell you, it was like a wildfire. Like blogs and all kinds of stuff just started popping up. A few lower end agents were kind of reaching out and stuff like that. Hey, do you have representation? We can get you on this magazine, that magazine, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't really believing all of it just because I was like, okay, look, this is all happening way too fast. Like, I gotta let's pump the brakes. So about a year later, I actually 6 months later, I started taking it more seriously. Okay, I'll do more photo shoots. And then by that next year was when I started actually looking for representation. And then that's a whole completely different story because then that gets into understanding the racial biasness of the industry and knowing that Black people in that industry weren't necessarily, at that time, it was like almost like not even a thing. Like getting signed as a Black male model was like finding $100 bill at a bus stop.
Right.
So,
and I haven't done that yet. I don't know if any of the listeners have, but
I haven't found $100 bill to. I haven't found $100 bill to bus stop
yet.